alone, but now I got a group. I bring back, posse and take this girl out. Take it down.
It's good
Okay.
that Ivy can't hear that, or she would have made a comment about, us not being your personal servants or whatever.
Well, no, they're eating your butler. I mean, we're
No, the
taking out the
butler is still
trash,
alive, I guess.
The butler is still alive because they're still at the edge of the estate. So I don't think they made it to the
Yeah.
house.
Yes,
And,
yes, that's the case.
and as Archer's thinking about it, I think his plan for now is just he's like, yeah, talking, trying to talk or rather shout to the dragons, and as if they respond, then he will try to deceive them, like make them not really disengage, but move away from the manor, so that if the fight breaks out for real, then we won't damage or destroy parts of the Ivy's house. Yeah.
Okay.
But if they like immediately see, if they immediately
So,
like,
what's the nature of the deception? What are you trying to? I know the result that you're aiming for.
assuming they will be willing to talk and not immediately attack me, because already one of them is attacked. For now, I am assuming as a player, not as a character, he will try to figure that out as a character, like what they want, and if he sees or understands that they want food, he will try to deceive them that in some very close by there's like a hidden stockpile of food that then I can that if they want that, I can lead you to it. Nobody needs to get hurt.
Oh, more than they already are.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your deceive.
Okay, this is our first skill, and I failed.
Oh dear.
I'm not using fate point for that.
Okay. So you're you think that they can understand you, and you point out that there's a stockpile of food just just a few tracks over. But
And they start running towards the house.
But just then, they a couple of them sniff, and Cyril, with your keen senses, you can smell it as well, and a new food source within the mansion has just been brought, I guess, out of storage or made available.
Oh dear. Butler's listening to my suggestions, I think.
Damn your luck!
Damn my luck.
Oh hell. There goes plan A, time for plan B.
Can I use my ship to try and herd them away? Since it's, maybe relatively big.
Sure.
Okay, I will try to fly towards them, kind of make them swerve off in another direction.
Okay.
Maybe I don't know if the ship has any guns or if I can use them from where I am, but maybe shoot a bit at the ground or whatever next to them to discourage them from running towards the mansion.
Or maybe you could auto hover ship and then change positions to shit. What's the word? To the gunner seat, and then act upon it
Actually, what I will be doing is, I presume the ship has some kind of exhaust where the hot fumes of whatever it is burning or using come out.
Yes.
So what I will do is I will fly the ship, and I'll try to swivel it sideways so that the exhausts are pointing towards the dragons. So I wouldn't actually be shooting at them, but I will use the heat of the ship to try and drive them away.
Very nice.
That sounds like something fancy.
By the way,
Okay.
DM, can you remind us what type of dragon is this? Like, do we see they are black dragons, white dragons, silver dragons?
They are black. They are shadow dragons.
Oh,
Ooh.
shadow dragons. Yeah, so first,
Hey,
well,
respect the Shadow Dragon. Come on now, I'm sitting right here.
they look like a bad motherfuckers.
Oops. Looks like we.
No, she's.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Yeah, I figured.
Yeah,
it's probably
sometimes
temporary.
people disappear from Roll20, but they are still in.
No, I actually did disappear because I clicked the wrong button.
Oh.
I'm back.
Okay.
Okay. So go ahead and make another piloting check. Again, it's gonna
Definitely.
be, opposed by their athletics.
Come at me, you dragons.
Oh, they had
Okay.
really nice roll.
So that would be a 7 for them.
Yes.
Okay, would spending a fate point be worth it, or would it not matter?
Spending a fate point adds only +2, so.
I know, but would
But
making
I mean, your pilot
failure-
is 4 also, so you're both at 7 currently. So it would make a
No,
deception.
I have. I already added the +4 in
Yeah.
there.
Oh,
I
that's
just
what
did
it
the
already
40F
I'm
plus
sorry.
4. So I would be able to bump it up to +5. Would lessening the blow or the disadvantage be worth it?
If you wanted to play a minor cost or a major cost, right now you're at a major cost. If you want
Okay,
to
I'm well. I mean, I'm you know, the Ascendant's best pilot. So yeah, I'm going to bump
I
that up to a +5.
Also, I think if you use fate
Not be
point,
screwed too hard.
it's possible to not add +2, but also re-roll the entire
Oh, yes.
roll.
Oh, actually, that is totally worth it. I think.
I mean, you rolled 3 zeros and a minus, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to totally do that. There we go.
Now
Okay.
it's nice.
3 pluses and a 0. That is
So for
totally
one
worth
fate point, instead of being 5 to 7, now it's 7 to 7, which is way better.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, that was a good suggestion. So yeah, I'm showing off my my piloting skills. Definitely.
Okay.
Those years in the RAA paid off.
Okay. So again, it is a tie. Did you want to succeed at a minor cost, or have it be?
Yeah, definitely. Give me a cost. I'll do that.
Okay. I think what makes most sense is that as you're swing the engines towards them, they scratch at the tail, causing just minor damage to the ship. It's not gonna it's still.
I broke the ship.
But it's not. The ship's not broken. It's still airworthy. But it's something that that where continued damage could definitely add up in a bad way.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
The Prophet now has a damaged tail.
Okay, Cyril, what are you doing? Your kids are getting rambunctious. Although they are
Really?
contained, they're not moving towards the manor anymore, and have had to back up a little.
So, I know there's 3 actions, right? So I can roar, create advantage. I'm gonna try to roar so loud that I catch him off guard. Like, I am daddy, so
Sure.
sometimes children. These should be. So I'm gonna try. Is that cool?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's fine.
So I'm using. I don't even know what you use for that. I'm trying to look. See. I'm just gonna roll because I roll -4. It's not gonna matter. All right, -2 ain't gonna matter. So I balls that up and.
Yeah, in D&D Pathfinder it's Intimidation. I think there's a skill in Fate. I don't know how it's called,
Provoke.
but it can be
It's called Provoke.
for
Provoke,
taunting
that's
and
right. That's right. So I got
intimidating.
0 on that. So -2. It was just to create an advantage. So I only need like a 2 or higher or whatever.
You don't have daddy respect.
So yeah. They give me no respect.
I think they've been staying with Mummy for too long, and she's been, telling them bad stories about you.
I think so too. It's all right. I got something for him. Let's see here.
Well, I mean, you if you felt strongly about it, you could.
No, I don't want to pay him
succeed with the. Okay.
I don't want to spend a fate point. I don't have that many fate points, so I'm just gonna go ahead and fail here.
But if you spend fate points and you get with very little, then you can accept compels, and those are cool.
Yeah, they are cool. Yeah, they're cool.
Okay, so you do roar, and you are daddy.
Right.
But you can tell that their mom, your is it X or just is it just
Oh no, it's X. No, we're done. It's over.
Okay.
This shit's over. That's over. Good. We're good. So.
Anyway, she's in communication with them, and
well, yeah, she's raising them.
Yeah. Saying that they are brave and strong and wonderful dragons, and that that they shouldn't let anything intimidate them. Pretty much that.
Right. Well, it worked, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So, I guess I'm gonna fly, use athletics, and then attack one. And show him who's boss.
Okay. Well, the roar was an action.
All right.
So let's go back to Archer, since I guess Carter dropped off, and I apologize. It's really hard to be on top of that when he was just typing and
it was problematic.
We're in a conversation,
when everybody else is using voice. So don't feel bad. It just
What? Why did he leave?
I don't know. He just said he drops off. Okay, so seeing that I am a fighter and a killer, so I saw that, first of all, these guys, they were just only slightly damaged by Carter. They weren't faced almost at all by the engine, being burned by the engine of the prophet.
Yep.
So he sees at the roar of the Cyril, he thinks to himself, I'm gonna need a bigger sword. Or more of them. And before I attack, I will be using my crafts roll and a stand, that walking arsenal, that I am trying to use an advantage for me while in combat, using crafts roll. Basically, I'm using my projection magic, so suddenly around me in this, like from the sky, you can see out of thin air, forming from mana, like different type of blades, lances, spears, and whatnot. That's the idea. We shall see how the roll goes, if I can roll. Can I?
Sure.
Okay. So I have 2 crafts as a first
skill. And then the blade starts stabbing you.
and then I get another +2 from my stand, so total is +4. And hey, look, I
Nice.
rolled exactly 4. What does it do for me?
So certainly you can create the advantage, like vicious blades or something of the sort.
Yeah, or barrage of blades. And
Sure,
if you don't mind, I'd like to keep that advantage for my attack.
Yeah.
I think you get a free invoke, right? Because you succeeded.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but the question is, I did my actions, so do we switch another time or do we continue with me?
Yeah, I think the way it's supposed to work is that the action is creating the advantage. So it would have to go to it would be the next exchange that you'd actually attack using that advantage.
All right.
Okay. So Ivy.
I don't know. I'm doubting whether I should. Like, I'm obviously best at flying, so I can try to continue to do that, or I can try to land the ship and do stuff.
Okay.
Actually,
I never did answer you about whether or not the ship has guns. It does have guns.
Okay.
If you wanted to use that.
Actually, I think I'm going to probably stay in the air because it just allows me this really powerful position of being able to herd the dragons.
Sure.
But I think I'm going to. Would it be realistic to say that I would have some kind of like comms connection to the other guys where I could talk to them?
Yeah, absolutely.
It seems very reasonable that even if we are not psionics, like Archer, for example, can have like a small in-pierce in his ear, like, Ivy, come in.
Yeah, so I would like to look at these dragons and try to find I don't know, a weak spot in their defense. So effectively use empathy to create an advantage for the rest of the group.
Sure.
Interesting. Very nice.
I have a stunt, but for that I need to be able to study the subject for a few minutes, and I don't think the rest wants me to wait a few minutes. So I'm just going to use the plain empathy skill.
Okay. Let me see. That's probably opposed by something that they don't have, I would imagine.
Deceive, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, deceive sounds like right.
And yeah, let's wait for their response first before I decide on whether I want
Hey!
to spend a fate or not.
Oh yeah. No.
Let's see. So I succeed. Do I succeed with style? Because I have a 3-shift success.
Yes.
Okay, so what what weakness or aspect do I find in them?
Well, let me see. They
Maybe a weak spot in their chest, or where it's easier to get through their skills, or something like that, or a blind spot, or.
Well, okay, it's with empathy. So
yeah, that's right.
You certainly notice that they're more hungry than sensible. So it's pretty easy to anticipate, exactly how they're going to move, how they're going to react.
Okay.
And it's not hard to take advantage of that.
Okay, so maybe a predictable aspect.
Yes.
Okay. I would say through the comms, look how they're moving. They're going to be pretty predictable, and you guys can make use of that. And I'd like to give them each one of the invokes of that aspect.
Copy that. I mean, the first invoke, whoever uses of us first, I assume the Cyril might. I will give Cyril that free invocation. The second time, if I decide to use the same aspect, like predictable, then I will need to pay for that one fate point.
Yeah, like I just gave you like both one invoke, so you can both use it on your next action or something.
Okay, we shall see. I already have an advantage of my own, so we shall see if I want to overkill that or not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally.
Okay, so Zero.
Alright, so I'm down there with dragons, I roared, nothing happened. Somebody, did empathy, talked bad about their mother, threw some bones. And then, so all there's left to do is eat one, right? I don't know what else to do. So I'm gonna fly up and eat one,
Okay.
Well,
How to discipline your children by the dragons. Eat them!
Yep.
You can see exactly how Vivictus is about to move, and it's a mistake.
How? Who? What is it?
Your kid, Vivictus.
Oh, alright. So, it's got a 5. Eat him.
Okay.
Did you count in the +2?
Yeah, so total is 7, I think. Because his athletics is 4, so...
Okay, so it's a 7.
So he gets free invocation on predictable aspects, so total is a 7.
Okay.
So I create with style?
That is a success with style.
So I eat, munch on them, and then I roundabout and gonna munch on another one. So I gain momentum.
Okay.
And ferocity.
So the one that he munched on, is he still alive? Is he injured or dead?
There's 3 shifts, so whatever that is, right?
6 shifts.
6 shifts.
I mean, assuming how much defense they have. Because Brad is not putting pluses so that we don't have spoiled, but...
Right, yeah. It would depend on how much defense they have.
Yeah. It's it's actually against their athletics, so it's with style. It's with 2 shifts, and let me see. So I apologize for the delay, but
yeah, no problem. I think you said this is the first time you are playing or DMing a Fate system. So the beginnings are always the toughest.
Yeah, when I run a game on Wednesdays, but I need to take like a 5-minute break like every hour just to stay sane. It's not even that I do something, I just stare at my screen during those minutes and like, I don't have to do anything.
Yeah, I love Fate, but the rules are so simple, they're difficult. They're so, but at the same time,
have you played Dungeon World?
Oh yes, I play it a lot.
That is even worse than Fate. I can, for the love of me, not figure out how to GM battles in Dungeon World.
I also have a problem with that, with pacing and whatnot. But basically, with our group, we are playing Dungeon World as a fantasy shonen, almost like an anime. Otherwise, it doesn't work for us.
Cool.
But I mean, I don't know. We didn't have trouble with the fights. Just a lot of people like to put in their own rules in the games, and that's when it starts getting tricky because you lose the balance.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna say that it's injured and completely cowed. So
so it concedes.
Yeah. So it's not dead, but it's not going to cause any more trouble.
Right. It conceded.
So it's pacified.
In the near future. Yeah.
Okay,
all right.
Good. 2 more to go. I think there were 3, right?
Yeah. Although
more has come.
No.
We can handle 3 dragons.
Okay. It occurs to me that I wasn't taking actions for the other 2 because it's not just them as a single block unless I
You can totally
helping each other.
Yeah,
take some
yeah.
extra actions.
For now, they only rolled to defend themselves. They can now roll to maybe attack somebody or something.
Yeah, screw us over. Come on, bring it, dragons.
Okay.
I think I'm the closest one.
Sure. So yeah, one will bite at you.
All right.
Poorly.
So. Okay, I want us for total, I guess.
I'm
so
sorry?
How do I want to defend? Just seeing as they are, as one of them just goes straight at me, I just try to graciously and with my dexterity and like good like moving, try to get out of the way. So I'm using athletics to just dodge out of the way.
Okay. Yeah, and its total is +2.
Okay.
You can do it.
Okay,
come on.
Let's see. Hey!
Awesome.
Yeah. So you easily step out of the way, and I guess that's actually 2 shifts rather than I guess it's actually 3 shifts where it's succeed with success or with style.
You told that their total was 2 to attack me, so 2 to 4. It's only 2 shifts, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
Succeed with no cost.
Yeah.
Well, unless you want to use the fact that they're predictable, but then you have to use your free invoke on that.
Yes.
So that's up to you.
I think the free invoke was already used by.
No, I had 2. I succeeded with style.
So you get 2 free invocations?
Yes.
Can I do that? Which means that because they are so predictable, I dodge out of the way that I will get +6 total on my defense, which is succeed with style. Which can give me not an aspect, but maybe a boost that they are opened to my counterattack.
Sure.
At least one of them. Okay, so that's this. So yeah, I use my free invoke of the predictable.
Okay.
You're like, I totally know where you're gonna go. Just walk the other way.
And the second one, who's he is attacking?
Okay. It's gonna try and attack the ship. Because
I was afraid it would do that. Don't worry, it's no match for my speed.
Alrighty. So it gets a total of 4.
It's still solid.
I will defend with my driving skill. No problem.
+5. Nice. So it's succeed.
So you juke out of the way without cost.
Totally. You can't get me. You're too slow, you dragon.
So it was your turn next, right? Ivy, or was it Cyril?
No, I think it is me after. But I think Peter still needs to do his turn. Because he can attack. He only defended, I think.
Yep.
Oh, yes. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. So as we see that he dodged and already has a blade ready to strike, and because of the fighting is kinda loud, so he doesn't shout that, but he repeats in his mind that I, Peter Asher, as a Eschaton enforcer, did not want this blood on my hands. He wishes that it would happen otherwise, but he does what needs to be done, and that goes like a second in his head, and then he just like brings the blades down, trying to. We shall see how the roll goes, because I won't say he just goes straight for the kill, but he doesn't hold back, because they might be young, but they are still dragons.
Okay.
And they cause a lot of distraction. So I have fight, because I'm attacking in melee, I have fight +4. I'm using my free invoke from the advantage I made previous turn with my additional blades, with the barrage. And I'm also using
the
boost from, like, they opened, at least one of them opened himself to the counter attack, because I succeeded with 6. So my total to roll will be 8.
Okay.
And I rolled shit. You know what?
So,
because that's 7 to 5, if I'm not wrong. I'm spending my fate point. I'm using my aspect innate talent twisted to violent ends. The quality of the additional blades that I created is enough that they get another, like, additional punch. So they are more deadly. So my total is 9.
Okay. So yeah, you
succeed with style.
Yes.
9 against 5, yes, so that's 4 shifts of success.
Okay. And you slice deeply into its neck, and it yelps and jumps back, and it's not dead yet, but if left to take its course, it would be a mortal wound.
Oh, wait. I have a stunt called Depth Perception. That once per scene, if I force the opponent to take a consequence. Did I force him to take a consequence?
Yes.
I can spend additional fate point to increase the consequence severity. Shit. Do I want to do that? Nah, I really don't have an idea. Because I already used the innate talent twisted to violent ends, I don't have an idea, so I'm not using that stunt. So for now, that's all for me. I dealt a very heavy wound on the second dragon.
Okay. Okay, Ivy.
Okay, let's see. Huh. What do I do? I knew. I am going to try and hoard the third dragon, the one that's still unharmed.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the one that would be following me. I'm going to try and trick it into flying close to the ground when it's following me, so that